Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and I think I'm going to pull double duty here and post this in my challenge group. I have a group I'm doing. I don't really know why I called it a challenge. I don't feel like I'm challenging anybody, but I am doing 11 healing sessions a month, and that's pretty incredible. We're doing healing on ourselves, our ancestors, our homes, our family energy, anything that you are connected to. Like it could come up a cultural energy, we never know. And tomorrow I should have the information up for the next month. And next month, along with doing the 11 healing sessions, I want to bring in more energy of gratitude and do more healing around gratitude, because it's November, where here in the United States we do Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking, why not add that little element to the healings and the challenge thing? And maybe I'll have more of a challenge, I'm not sure. But it is kind of a thing for me to help focus on what I'm doing for my home and my life, and then it gives me that oomph to make sure I get all the healings done. It's pretty incredible. So with all of that blah 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 in ahead of time, I wanted to talk about intentional resting for our ancestors. Real quick, if you haven't heard of intentional resting, a guy named Dan Howard, he has come up with this concept. What we resist persists. So if we're constantly resisting something, it's going to keep happening, right? But if we just rest, then it can release. I personally love to take it to the next level and add embracing and loving, because let's take it to the opposite side of it. So it's really easy. Say you have a pain in your knee, like I've had. I say I am resting for this pain, and then I give it a minute. And I'm resting into this pain, because sometimes that little bit of wording makes a difference. And this is what I've added recently. I'm resting for the cause of this pain, and I'm resting into the cause of this pain. And then if you want to take it further, I'm embracing the cause of this pain, and I love the cause of this pain, and I love this pain, and I'm embracing this pain. So you're taking it in those things. But you can do it with your crazy mind. I'm resting into my mind. I'm resting for my mind. I'm resting into the cause of my mind's scatteredness, or whatever it is. So you can do the same thing. Now, this last weekend, I was feeling so overwhelmed. I wasn't feeling well. I had circumstances that were just pushing me over the edge, and I'm just like, I'm just done. And right now, it's interesting to note that some of the emotional causes of lung issues, which, COVID's a big lung issue, so this is interesting, is one of them, like the main cause of pneumonia, emotional causes. I'm tired of life. And it makes so much sense that people, because that's one of the main things that take older people is when they get pneumonia, they're tired of life. And so I was feeling some of these kind of things, and so I was trying to clear it up and heal it. And this huge overwhelm, and I just felt this. I felt like all my ancestors were just like pushing me. And it wasn't just the overwhelm from my life, it was like the overwhelm from all this past energy. So I added, this is how I do intentional resting for my ancestors. If I have a specific one, I can use that person. But I say for and in behalf of my ancestors. So if I had a specific one, like say I was working with my mom, for and in behalf of my mom, Dorothea Cook, I would say it, as much information as I could to clarify her. I mean, I could go through her whole name if I wanted to. But for and in behalf of my ancestors, I am resting into this overwhelm. I am resting for this overwhelm. I am resting into the cause of this overwhelm. I'm resting for the cause of this overwhelm. I embrace this overwhelm. I embrace the cause of this overwhelm. I love this overwhelm, and I love the cause of this overwhelm. And it shifts energy, and especially doing it with ancestors, you might need to do it multiple times, because it might be bringing up more things. It's like, oh, well, that released a whole bunch. Oh, now here's this one that comes up. Because I did feel, just doing it right then, I felt some shifts and some energy. And it's any healing that you do, almost any, I mean, there might be exceptions, but just adding that for in behalf of allows you to really do work for ancestors. Incredible work. So if you do EFT, which is like the tapping thing, if you do tapping, you can say for and in behalf of an ancestor, and you can do the tapping for them. You can do it for almost everything. So for me, I've found for this last little weekend, really resting into the overwhelm, embracing and loving the overwhelm has been huge. And doing it for my ancestors has been huge. Other ways to do it. For the energy I absorbed from other people. Resting into and for the energy. Oh, hey, why don't I say that? Resting into and for. That would like take out a whole sentence. Resting into and for the energy I absorbed. Resting into and for the overwhelm I absorbed from other people. Oh, wow. That one actually moved energy. There you go. Resting into and for the energy I brought into the world. Past experiences, like pre-mortal, before I was born. If you believe in past life, go for it with past lives. If you believe in it was a pre-mortal thing, go for pre-mortal. I'm a pre-mortal person, but it's like the things that happened before. I'm resting into and for the overwhelm I brought into the world with me, and the cause and that kind of thing. So so those are some of the ideas that you can use that I was really just wanting to share. The ancestor stuff. I felt like it was really important, and I definitely wanted to share that with my group. And so there you go. I have been using that to help me work through the symptoms of the cold that I've had. Cold or flu or whatever. It is not COVID. It was very much in my head, a lot of sneezing, I've had sore throats from postnasal drip, and I did have some lung issues, which is why I was aware of it. But it's not been COVID related, and I can still smell, which is not always a good thing. But it was pretty bad. Oh, and I never had fevers. So, but it made it so I had symptoms, and it was like, and why I started doing the ancestor ones is because I had some symptoms I wasn't shifting, wasn't being able to rest into them. And when I was talking about them, I was like, it does feel kind of like the ancestors are all pushing on me. And that's when I started resting into it for on behalf of my ancestors. And started feeling the energy shift and started feeling better. And so I've been using it on my symptoms. I love doing the cause. Resting for the cause, because we have those emotional causes and we don't always know what they are, and we can't always find out what they are, but we can always rest for them, pouring into them. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Remember to let your light shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Be the incredible you that you were designed to be, and I'll see you guys next time.